Just waiting for some people to join. Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to go live tonight. I did put in my videos that I was going to go live tonight. So if you join the military, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat and I'll be glad to answer anything. What's going on, everybody? I see I got some more people in the chat now. So my name is Aaron. I'm a member of the United States Army Reserve. I just want to go live tonight to be able to answer any questions for anybody that might be thinking about joining when later in life. So please feel free to put your questions in the chat. Hey guys, what's going on? Hey Jackson. Hey Ernest, how's it going? Ernesto. So yeah, I just wanted to go live. I feel like this is the best way to be able to answer questions in real time. I definitely appreciate you guys watching my channel. But this gives me an opportunity to have real conversations with you guys. So feel free to ask any questions you have. And if you don't, if you're just randomly coming to my channel, please feel free to subscribe. I do have dad jokes every single day. So if you like laughing, if you like humor, if you like a little silliness, consider subscribing. I do put out videos about my military career, my weight loss journey, joining after I was 30 years old. So I do have a bunch of different stuff on my channel. So if you have questions about joining the military later in life, feel free to ask some questions. Tough crowd tonight. What's going on, Kylan Ford? What brings you to my channel? Do you have any questions about the military? Just randomly stumbling across my feed? What do you need help with? What's going on, Kim Mason? You're definitely too young to be joining the military. Well, I think 911 would probably be a better choice rather than commenting on a YouTube live feed. That probably makes more sense. Uh, and if your finger is working well enough, I don't think you need to be asking for help on a live stream. Just just a guess if I were to put all of that together about you falling through a lawn chair, it'd make more sense you calling 911 or a friend or family. So I got a lot of people in the chat now. So basically, I made this live stream tonight to be able to answer any questions. If anybody's thinking about joining the military, I want to be able to answer what it's like being older. Um, if you're just coming by my channel, if you want to know what my channel's about, I tell dad jokes every day. So if you like humor, you like laughing, feel free to subscribe. I have parenting videos. I have military videos. Um, I have a bunch of different content. So feel free to subscribe to me. If you guys have any questions, um, if anybody knows how you can help somebody that fell through a lawn chair 4 hours ago and they're still stuck, you can put that in the chat. As that seems to be a problem for one of my watchers. It's good on Plastic Kitchen. It's good on Deborah Recovery. So what brings you guys to the channel? Are you my guess isn't you're not thinking about joining the military if I were to guess. Unless you are, then feel free to ask any questions and I'll be glad to help. Can anybody help Shinzo get out of his lawn chair that he fell through? Tough crowd tonight. Listen, I got somebody new. Did you have questions about joining the military? Hey guys, what's going on? I say a couple more people in the live stream. Um, if you guys are thinking about joining the military later in life, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. This is kind of my live Q&A to be able to answer questions live in real time. I've heard the Bautista thing before, so thank you. That's pretty funny. No Bautista bombs tonight, though. Maybe on the next live feed. Thank you. So, what brings you guys to the live feed tonight? Let's see. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Thanks, you too, Recovery. Be safe out there as well. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. If you want to answer the question up here, uh, the best way for me to help people is be able to be live and do a Q&A, answer any questions that you might have. I think the funniest thing about doing these live streams is that usually people are, am I one of them? One of who? My goal is to be able to help anybody that's thinking about joining, kind of giving you some feedback, some advice, answer any questions you might have. I do not have a goal. I do not have a medal now. But yes, I'm in the military. I'm in the Army Reserve. I've been in for 10 years. Yeah, it's not too bad. Has its ups and downs, but my goal is to help the next generation. So if there's people that are thinking about joining out there, sometimes there's not a lot of good places to find answers that are particular to a person. So if I'm able to make that journey easier for somebody, to be able to help the next person along, that's my goal. So being able to do these live streams makes it a little easier. I mean, I do have some videos on these topics, but being able to actually talk to people in real time is more beneficial, I think. I do have normal streams as well outside this, but today I just wanted to be more specific to one of my subcategories to talk about. So, um, but I haven't had anybody ask any questions yet. So maybe next week I need to make sure I advertise for it prior rather than just doing impromptu. Yeah, I like live streaming. I honestly, I was kind of late to it tonight. Usually I'm at my computer, and tonight I'm just sitting on my couch waiting for people to join and ask questions. Um, so it's unorganized tonight. So if there's not many people jumping on, I'm not mad about it. But I figured I'd at least be available for people. Yeah, I mean, in the past I've done it where I've set it up like a day or two in advance, and I'll have the live stream link up before I start. I did put some info on my videos about in the comments section that I'd be having a live stream for people to log on and ask questions. So I mean the link was there, just some people might not have noticed it or looked at it. So, but I figure people are scrolling through and they're finding keywords that they might ask questions and they might come on. Florida, any benefits to joining National Guard at my age? Yeah, I mean, there's ton of benefits. I mean, what kind of are you? Do you have a college education? Do you have kids? Uh, what's your goal? I mean, obviously, there's the benefit of getting in shape, doing something that um, gives your life a little more meaning. Uh, but what kind of specific benefits are you searching for? Full time electrician, have a child. Do you have your own company or do you work for a larger company? Because if you decide to join and you're working for a company are you working for a company, your job is protected. So if you decide that you want to enlist for a small shop doing residential work, so your job is protected if you decide to enlist. It's called for you, Sarah. So there is protection. How old is your kid? The only thing that you would have to do is if you have joint custody, or obviously if you are still with your child's mother, that 7. My son's 8, so I get it. You just have to make sure that you have a family care plan for when you go to basic training and AIT. But I mean, there's great benefits. I mean, the I believe the guard does TRICARE as well. So like I have TRICARE and I pay uh, I think 50 something a month for insurance when I would normally be paying like $200 or $300. Um, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. So you just got to make sure that you have a family care plan. List her as the child's caregiver when you're gone. Um, but the benefits are great. I mean, you could do TRICARE family. I think that's like 100 and something, and it's for you and up to 19 dependents. So if you want to have 16 or 17 more kids, you're good. Um, that's awesome. Well, thank your dad for his service to our country. Are you thinking about joining too? I'm in good shape and run a couple miles a week. Is basic training or boot camp difficult? So I think for if you're thinking about joining, I think honestly, if you're good, if you're in good shape, I think the most difficult part about basic training is the culture shock part of it. I mean, you go from being a civilian, do things you want to do, and then you go to basic training and you're being told what to do all the time. You can't move when you want to move. You can't talk when you want to talk. You can't eat when you want to eat. You don't have the comforts of home. Um, but I mean, all that is only temporary. I mean, you're in basic training for 10 weeks. I mean, you get to write home. Um, you do get some phone calls, and then when you get to AIT, uh, you can pretty much communication is open again. But yeah, if you're running a couple miles a week, you'll be good to go from a physical standpoint. And the best part about it is like you don't have to be in the best shape to join. Um, Obviously, you should have like a minimum threshold of like the physical ability to run. Because as you progress through basic training, you're slowly gonna build up your stamina. If I was in list, how many years do you serve and are benefits for life? So if you're enlisting, if you do more than 20 years, you can get TRICARE for life. Usually you start out with an 8-year contract. Usually a reserve slash National Guard contract is 8 years. 8 years is the minimum. Usually it's 6 years active reserve National Guard. So you'll wear a uniform for 6 years. And if you I mean, you could do a full contract for 8 years. Usually, it's 6 are the active, then 2 are the inactive. Like so, for me, I signed my initial contract was 8 years. I had a 6-year contract, and then I went to the IRR, inactive ready reserve. I was getting close to my ETS time, and I decided I wasn't ready to be done yet. So I signed another 4-year contract. So I've been in for 10 years. So recovery, are you in the military as well? So being that I'm in Florida would help the hurricane relief and things of that nature. Do you get sent overseas? So I guess I'll break down what the difference is. So the National Guard and the Army Reserve are two different things. They both do 1 week in a month, but National Guard is a state militia. So uh, the governor has control of the National Guard. Basically, if you join, the governor can put you on active duty orders to. any like hurricane relief. Obviously, you don't have snowstorms down in Florida, but up here in New York, that's what we do. That's what the National Guard would do if there's. They also do riot control stuff like that. They can go overseas. A lot of campaigns have had National Guard in them. I mean, even this last one, some of the ones that passed away in Kuwait were National Guard soldiers. So at least you don't have to pay state income tax. That's that's one nice benefit. So what's making you decide that you want to do you want to do National Guard or do you want to do reserve? Because there's like I said, there's a difference because reserve is federal. And basically how that works is federal cannot be utilized on American soil. We're used primarily to basically fill in for active duty. But New York, if you're National Guard, you're basically your primary mission is state stuff. So usually if you're going to be deployed, it's going to be based on the state's needs. What do you think is the pull to make you want to enlist? Is it the benefits of like the TRICARE, the healthcare? Because that's a great benefit. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the reasons why I joined was, I was going through life, kind of just doing the rat race of life. I was managing a restaurant. I originally joined when I was 18 years old, and I failed the first time. And I always had that drive to get back in to serve. And when I started working a job where I didn't really feel like I was making a difference, I didn't really have like that. Um, I didn't feel like the things I was doing in life was making me a better person or giving back to society. So I tried to talk to a recruiter again, and finally I was able to get back in. Obviously, there's things about the military that are frustrating, but I think I'm 100% happy I reenlisted, and I love what it represents. I love what the uniform represents. It's an honor to be able to wear the same uniform people before me want. Can anyone from any country join? Usually, I mean, there's tons of people in that aren't from the U.S. There was one drill sergeant that said he basically said like the people that are the most American are the ones that aren't even citizens. To be willing to come to a country and fight for it without actually having citizenship is an amazing thing. I think obviously you need to have a green card if you're joining. I just feel like I'm on the older side. Obviously, it could help with my daughter, the benefits that would help her. Yeah, I was so the first time I was 18 when I joined. The second time I was, let's see, I was 30 when I enlisted the second time. Um, so I was in basic training when I was 31 and I graduated when I was 32. So I mean you're right there where I was. So I mean it's not out of the realm of possibility. I felt like I was in good shape during it. I felt like I kept up and was able to do stuff. I have a 8-year-old son. He wasn't born at the time though. He was my ex fiance was pregnant with him. I mean, people are joining up in their 40s now. So I mean, you're still, if you look at it in that way, you're 10 years younger than the max age. And I've even seen people get waivers to enlist, being even older than that. I saw a video the other day where a guy was 49 and he enlisted. So don't let your age like hold you back. I mean, you think about it this way, you could still enlist and you could be 52 by the time you retire. And then you still have TRICARE for life. You could put it into the retirement system. Um, if you want to buy a house, you can get the VA loan after 6 years. Um, one of the best benefits of of being in the military is getting 10% off of like garages and getting your car fixed. So there are little fringe benefits, and then like during the summer, there's a lot of what they call blue star museums. So like here in New York in the summertime, like a bunch of the zoos and a bunch of museums locally are blue star museums. So basically, anybody that's in the military gets into those museums for free. So there's, I mean, there's little benefits like that too that like that aren't advertised, but they definitely make your quality of life a little better. Being able to take my son to do free stuff is awesome. How much money I save just from that little benefit alone. Have you thought about what job you'd want to do? Because that was one of the reasons why I enlisted the second time too. Was that like I wasn't happy with the direction my life was going in. Um, because I was making money, but I decided when I enlisted that I wanted to do something different with my life. Um, I believe there's electricians, so I don't think you'd have an issue with that. You could work like on like radio communication stuff or repair. Um, Obviously, a recruiter will be able to help you based and look for jobs, something that's on that. Um, but if you're thinking about it, I don't think it could hurt having a conversation. Obviously, recruiters gonna tell you one thing. And my goal is to be able to kind of just share my personal experience as somebody that joined. Um, some of the things that I learned from the experience, and some of the things I'd want you guys to know before you thinking about enlisting. Yeah, I definitely think you should go talk to a recruiter and see what they say. Obviously, going to talk to a recruiter doesn't mean you have to enlist that moment. I mean, there's still you still got to fill out documentation. I still got to fill out an application. They submit that, then you have to go to MAPS. You have to take the ASVAB. The ASVAB is like your a test that basically qualifies you for what job you want. Um, so you take that. After you get your score, it tells you what jobs you qualify for. If you qualify for the jobs you want, you can check to see where there's a unit near you, um, and then go from there. And then once you take your physical, uh, that's when like the real process starts, and they see if you're qualified. If you're qualified, you go in, you go to talk to a career counselor. The career counselor is going to find a job for you. You don't have to sign the day that you go there, just so you know. So like some people feel like they feel pressured to sign the day they're there. Um, if there's not a job you want, don't sign the contract. I mean, they'll let you come back. I mean, I think the first time I went to join, I went like 9 times before I finally signed the contract. So don't feel pressured that you have to sign right away either. This is your career, so you should be in control of it. Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm willing to answer anything I can. Hey guys, I still got a bunch of new people in the live stream. So if you guys have questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. Um, I'll answer anything I can. I see I got one. I got two people in now. So are you guys thinking about joining the military? I'd love to answer any questions I can. If not, if you guys want to subscribe to my channel, feel free to check me out. I do have dad jokes every day. I do a bunch of military content. I have parenting stuff for single dads. Uh, I have a little bit of everything on my channel, so I'm sure there's something there that could pertain to something that you has to do with you. So, but check out my dad jokes. I got a new one up today. Feel free to check out my channel. I see I don't really have any questions in the chat, so I'm probably gonna cut this a little short. I know this is kind of impromptu tonight. But if there's anybody that wants to jump in, I'll give you guys another minute. It's funny here sitting waiting for somebody to type in the chat, see if there's something you want to cover. My dog decided to join me for the chat. All right, guys. It was a pleasure talking to you guys tonight. If you guys have any questions, feel free to check out any of my videos. You can always reach out to me, leave any comments on my videos, and I'll be sure to answer any questions. I'll put the live stream up next week for a. I'll put it up beforehand so you guys know it's coming. So I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys joining in. If I didn't have a chance to answer your questions, we'll talk soon and you can touch base. But I pray that you guys have a good rest of your night, and I pray for blessings for you and your families. So have a good rest of your night, guys. Take care.